while we live. Who that nation? How you doing? Come on in. Take a seat. Sit back. Relax. Put your feet up. Grab a drink. And let's talk Saints football. Y'all know what time it is. Time to keep it real. Let's go. Family, how you doing? It's Friday, baby. It's finally here. The weekend is upon us. It's time to sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab your drink, come hang out. It's Friday night. The Keep It Real Who That Sports podcast is live. Your boy Dolph is in the building. I'm feeling good. You feeling good. You looking good. Hey, we gonna have some fun tonight, and we about to talk about our head coach. We're about to talk about the worst coach in the National Football League who is not in his first year. We got some problems in New Orleans. And what's troubling about this? It says it came from his peers. So we go dive into that, family. We're going to look at a couple articles from the Saints News Network. Go take a look at a young man that, if you guys have seen the mock draft we released this week, in the second round, we went with safety from the University of Georgia, Javon Bullard. He's a versatile kid. He can play the safety position. He also can play outside corner. Safety is a needed position for the Saints. So we're going to have to get that. We're going to look at a few highlights of this kid and read the scouting report about Javon Bullard. All right, family. With that being said, it's time to meet the family. The doors are now open, so you already know. Come on in. All right, he's here. Uncle Jerry, how you doing? Come on in. Thank you for being here, my brother. Blaze, just Blaze. Blaze, how you doing? Come on in. Who else we got in here? He just a category 1 today. Hurricane Mike is in the building. Hurricane Mike, how you doing? Come on in. It's that city. Rose City, how you doing? Man, come on in. All right, family. Let's see what else we got in the building. Princess Louis, how you doing? Come on in. What's up, family? What's up to you? How you doing? Come on in. Thank you all for being here, family, as you're coming in. I need you to hit that like bell. I need you to share this on your social media platform. If it's your first time, sit back, baby, because we about to have fun. Friday nights on the Who That Keeping It Real Sports Podcast is back. We about to have some fun, man. Let's have some fun tonight, family. Gundam, how you doing? Come on in. All right, here we go, family. Who else we got? We coming in. Gundam said Dennis Blue Falcon Allen, who throws his players under the bus. All right. My sister's here. Dana, how you doing? Come on in. All right. Uncle Jerry is in there. He's here. Molly Maul, how you doing? Come on in. This might be another disappointing season. I'm gonna say something about that. We go read these articles, man. And listen, the link is in. After we get through all the articles and everything, man, I'm gonna open up the lines. Let everybody come in, voice your opinions, man. It's Friday night. It's been a minute. We back, baby. We back, brother. We are back. All right, let's see who else is coming in the building tonight. I thought I missed somebody. If I miss you, you know your boy go get you in a minute. All right, family. So let's get to it. Listen. The New Orleans Saints in 2021 hired Dennis Allen to replace Sean Payton. Mainly, many of us believe because of the relationship that the front office had with Sean Payton and the relationship that they had with Dennis Allen, being that they were comfortable with Dennis Allen. They were familiar with Dennis Allen. And they refused to look at his stint fully, I believe, many believe, when he was the head coach of the then Oakland Raiders for 2 miserable seasons. Bad as these, as unpleasant as these 2 seasons have been with him at the helm for the New Orleans Saints, they still weren't as bad as those seasons when he was at the helm of the Oakland Raiders. Hell, the man even had a winning season, though it was by the skin of their teeth, 9-8. But he won more games than he lost. Got to give the devil his due. But when your peers, those in your profession, those who do the same thing you do, those who you know, vote you as being the worst head football coach, returning head football coach in the National Football League. We're not talking about the 8 new coaches. We're talking about all the returning coaches. Family, Dennis Allen was ranked the worst of all. And we're going to take a look at this article, family. Let's take a look at this article. All right. Get that up on the screen for you. All right. I got it in large print and everything, baby. All right, family. Here we go. Let me know if you can see that. Get these comments out the way. Who we got here? That's right. Come on in, sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab a drink, and let's talk about our head coach, Dennis Allen, the worst coach in the National Football League. Not just according to us now. So we not crazy. This man is not doing the job that he was supposed to do. So we're not out of our mind. We're not hating. We know what we're talking about. And those with football minds know what they're talking about. All right, family, this article here was written on Saints Wire, January the 7th. It states, this isn't a glowing endorsement for Dennis Allen. The New Orleans Saints head coach was graded worst among his peers by NBC sports analyst Patrick Doherty. Let's read that again. New Orleans Saints head coach was graded worst among his peers by NBC sports analyst Patrick Doherty. Wow. Your peers, the other 27 head coaches in the National Football League, they voted you, Dennis Allen, as the worst coach in the National Football League. Clocking in at the bottom of the offseason coach rankings, at least among returning head coaches, the 8 first-year coaches were also ranked beneath Alen, but that's because there are relatively unknown qualities. So he's only above the 8 new head coaches that will be taking their teams onto the field this season. We got the bottom of the barrel when it comes to head coaches, family. Unfortunately for Alen, we know exactly what he is and where his shortcomings lie. We'll let Doherty explain why Alen was ranked at number 24 among the 24 head coaches returning from 2023. And here's what NBC's Patrick Doherty stated. He says, "We lost a lot of bad coaches last winter. A lot of bad coaches last winter. Arthur Smith, Brandon Staley, Josh McDaniels, Ron Rivera send their regards. That means we are left with the merely mediocrity to round out our list." Call the man mediocrity. "No one is more committed to the bit than Dennis Allen, a defensive coordinator trapped in a head coach's body. Allen has treated Sean Payton's leftover offense like a museum heirloom that disintegrates if you touch it." Those are some stern, harsh words right there. This man, Mr. Doherty, says that Dennis Allen has treated Sean Payton's leftover offense like a museum heirloom that disintegrates if you touch it. This is an attack that hasn't innovated in 3 years, right down to banging Alvin Kamara between the tackle for no reason and rushing Taysom Hill onto the field anytime there's a critical down. Now, I got one thing to explain to Mr. Doherty. It's 2 seasons. That first, that you say it's been 3 seasons, it's 2. He's only been head coach for 2. That last season, that was Sean Payton. All right. Facts is facts. But the same thing that we who watch this team week after week were saying week after week on not just this show, but every Saints show, every Saints podcast show, calling in the chat, we all said the same thing. Doesn't this sound familiar? Running Alvin Kamara between the tackles for no reason, rushing Taysom Hill on the field anytime there's a critical down. Sometimes he was standing on the sideline, him and Alvin with former offensive coordinator Pete Carmichael. Well, Doherty goes on to say, well, it's not entirely true. There's been no innovation. Allen has decided, now listen, he doesn't sound like he's a fan of our new offensive coordinator. Allen has decided to find out just how boring Drew Brees style quarterbacking can become. Andy Dalton pushed the envelope in 2022. Derek Carr reached new heights in 2023. Allen, who admittedly takes care of business on defense, we all say that. The man's, when it comes to defensive coordinator, he's one of the best in the league, hands down. But as a head coach, he sucks. That's not just our thoughts. That's his peers. They're the National Football League who do the same thing he do. He's at the bottom of the barrel. He's 24. Out of 24 returning head coaches, he's ranked 24. Boy. He finally moved on from Peyton ball on offense, but here we go. Replaced it with Kubiak ball. Not Gary, but Clint. Doherty says it's a fine system in a vacuum. It's also become mummified under Clint. He says the Kubiak offense under Clint Kubiak has become mummified. Again, this gentleman does not seem like he's a fan of Clint Kubiak, but I've heard and I've seen more positive things written about Clint Kubiak than what this gentleman is saying. But we go read this article because this is interesting. With no new wrinkles inserted since the Peyton Manning days in Denver. I'm going to stop right there. Doherty says that there have not been any new wrinkles in the Kubiak's offense since it was ran by Peyton Manning when he last played in Denver. He goes on to say maybe 2023 49ers passing game coordinator Clint learned something under coach Kyle Shanahan. That's what the Saints season and Alen's future employment hinges on. This old Kubiak dog picking up some new Shanahan tricks. I suppose there are worse plans, but I'm not seeing many for 2024. And we gonna stop right there. Family, what do you think about? I'm gonna leave it up there, right there. We're gonna leave that up there. What do you think about that right there? This gentleman here is not a Saints fan, he's a national reporter. He's saying what all of us continually say. About 98%, 96% of us, who that nation, think that Dennis Allen is not the right guy to be a head coach of this team. As a defensive coordinator, I love Dennis Allen as a defensive coordinator. I will go and I will fight against all y'all on that. I will debate with you, whatever you want to do when it comes to him as a defensive coordinator. But as a head coach, man, they got a leg to stand on. Man got a leg to stand on. But there's a but. The man went 7-10 his first year. Highly disappointing season. Came back this year, many of us felt, with one of the weakest schedules on paper in the National Football League, and giving $150 million to Derek Carr, that maybe this past season the Saints will be able to finally return to the playoff after a 2-year hiatus. But we were all wrong. The Saints were consistently, and y'all know what's coming next, inconsistent. And they did not make the playoffs. They finished second in the NFC South, though they finished strong down the stretch. By the way, it's the second season in a row they finished strong down the stretch. But it's the beginning of the season. It's the middle of the season that continues to kick this team in the rear end with Dennis Allen at the helm. Then you're alienating the players on your team with this favoritism. Derek Carr has horrible games, bad games, makes terrible decisions. The media in the press conference asks Alen about it. He gets offensive. Derek Carr gets offensive. It's a team game. I got to play together, but no, ain't no but. You the head of the snake. You the quarterback. You want all the damn glory. You gonna take all that heat. You gonna take all that fire when they come your way, and it was warranted because you sucked a lot of times this year before you got together down the stretch. Now, a lot of people say the man was playing like he wasn't hurt. The man was hurt, man. Let's be serious. The man was hurt. This man has, first of all, he has to get the confidence of his locker room. He has to gain the trust of his players back, because what he did at the end of the season with Arthur Smith, going to apologize to him. Man, did you think the Falcons, did Arthur Smith apologize to you for the 98-yard INT in Atlanta return for a touchdown? Did he apologize to you for that? Have the Falcons ever apologized? Any Falcons coach ever apologized to a Saints coach after the Falcons ran up the score, beat the hell out the Saints? No. But Dennis Allen did. Sign of weakness to his players. He has to get that locker room back. He has to get that locker room back. He has to gain the trust of his players. He has to, family. It is a must. Because this article right here is damning. And then he goes on. I'm thinking this guy isn't a fan of Dennis Allen, and I'm thinking he isn't a fan of the Kubiak family. Because he goes straight from Dennis Allen, he goes in on Kubiak. He says it's a fine system in a vacuum. It's mummified under Clint, so he's not impressed with Clint Kubiak, like many are impressed with him. With no new wrinkles inserted since Peyton Manning. Family, when was the last time Peyton Manning took a football field in the NFL game? We talking over 8, 9, 10 years now. So he says right now, Allen's future and the Saints season hinges on what Clint Kubiak does with the Saints offense. The Saints season hinges on Dennis Allen trying to become the leader that he needs to be to lead this team. He has to win this year, and he has to make the playoff, or he won't get another year. He won't get another year, a full year. If he gets a full year, somebody needs to go down on veterans, walk in the facility, walk into Mickey Loomis' office, put a white straight jacket on him, take his ass away, put him in that van, and drive his ass away. It's playoffs or bust. I'm not sitting here talking about, we're not even talking about a chance to go to the Super Bowl. We're saying playoffs or bust. In 2 years, we have been taken from Super Bowl contenders to playoffs or bust. Now, there are those who can come back and they can say, well, look at here, Dolph. The man went 7-10 his first year, right? And I will have to say you're right. But Dolph, he went 9-8 last year, right? Correct. And I can say, hey, but did they make the playoffs? Did they win the division? No. And then what would be their rebuttal? But they're going in the right direction. They won 2 more games than last year. He had his first winning season as a coach. They're going to bring him back, which they did when we all knew they were going to bring him back. During our horse, many of us did not want him back, but we knew they were going to bring him back. Can he stand another season like he had this past season? No. The Saints have to win at least 10 games and make the playoffs. And dare I say even win a playoff game for him to get a full year in New Orleans. Let's finish with this article, family. The uncalled for shot at Taysom Hill aside, the Saints have used him on critical downs because he's more reliable than anyone else, being one of 11 players in the NFL with a positive success rate as both a runner and receiver on 100-plus touches. This is a good assessment of the trouble the Saints have found themselves in. Alen was either unable or unwilling to replace Pete Carmichael when it was clear he couldn't call a functional offense in 2022, and we were beating on the table. We were standing our heads. We were calling the down Saints office, and Pete Carmichael came back. Dennis Allen brought Pete Carmichael back, and what changed? Absolutely nothing. And he goes on to say he bet big on Derek Carr covering up Carmichael's shortcoming in 2023. That's a bet he lost, which is why the offensive coaching staff was overhauled from the top down. They all got out of here. Enough is enough. It is time. It was time. We all were saying it. It was time after 2022 to move on from the Sean Payton system. It was time. Now Alen is gambling again, hoping that Kubiak will run an offense style more strongly after Shanahan's example than what we've seen when Kubiak called plays in the past. He's talking about his season in Minnesota and the stint he had with the Broncos. With the odds stacked against him, he has to be hoping for this plan to pay off. All right, family. So again, a strong article about Dennis Allen, his peers, your peers, those who do the same job as you do, those in the same field as you do, those you rub elbows with. They think the job that you do is unsatisfactory. And that's being nice. They think it's poor. They think it's bad. They think you are the worst. They think you are replaceable, that you should be replaced. They don't even think you are fit to hold the position which you hold now. But Mickey Loomis seems to think otherwise. And all we can do as fans is voice our opinion. And if it gets too bad, hit them where it hurts in the pocketbook and keep your money and stay at home. But I'm going to take some comments right now. Dana says, Mickey's best interest at heart is not with the Saints. Okay. Rose says, Gail not going to fire the mob boss. All right. Marley Mall says, Mickey should have been fired last year. We know, hey, listen, shout out to the guard for the big Q. Y'all already Q and touched on it. The man not going nowhere. Man on damn near on half the part of the team. He not going nowhere. All right. Eric Wallace, how you doing? Come on in. Welcome to the show, E. All right. All right, fam. There's another article I'm going to share. This is courtesy of Saints News Network and our brother Bob Rose. Saints draft prospect, SEC wideout, has the upside to develop quickly out of NFL draft. And we're talking about none other than South Carolina wide receiver, Xavier Legette. So let's get that up there for you guys. All right. Make sure it's showing. Okay, family. All right. Got it. So let's get this on. Again, this is Saints News Network by our brother, Bob Rose. New Orleans Saints quarterback Derek Carr and new offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak will have some nice weapons to work with in 2024. Alvin Kamara leads a potentially strong backfield that also includes Kendre Miller, Jamal Williams, and the versatile Taysom Hill, who's listed at a tight end spot with Jawan Johnson and Foster Moreau. Wideouts Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and A.T. Perry are a playmaking trio capable of threatening defenses in multiple ways. One thing perhaps missing other than a capable offensive line is depth at the receiver position, specifically a physical pass catcher capable of dominating the intermediate zones. Michael Thomas was that player. However, Thomas missed 48 games over the last 4 years and had an unceremonious split with the team this offseason. Now, this is Perry, talking about A.T. Perry, is a big receiver. A.T. Perry, 6'5", 205 pounds, but doesn't play with the physicality that Thomas did. With just 5 wideouts currently under contract on the roster, most believe the Saints will add a couple more through the draft or as undrafted rookies. Expect at least one of those to be a bigger receiver. Xavier Legette, wide receiver, South Carolina, 6'1", 221 pounds. After starring as a quarterback and wide receiver at Mullins High School in South Carolina, Xavier Legette stayed in state with the Gamecocks. He contributed little in his first 4 years, catching a total of 42 passes in 41 games between 19 and 22. As a senior last season, Legette erupted into one of the more productive receivers in the SEC. He caught 71 passes for 1,255 yards and 7 touchdowns, finishing second in the SEC in yardage and third in reception. He finished the year as a second-team All-SEC selection. Leggett brings ideal measurables of size and excellent speed to the position. He uses that size very well on contested throws and is also a capable blocker on the outside. Strong hands and good positioning made Leggett a reliable receiver in traffic. Tremendous leaping ability and body control gives Leggett a huge advantage when high-perning passes. He has good speed, but also shows an extra gear to get separation. He'll maintain top speed on his route breaks and has explosive open field skills after the catch. The Saints have been missing that yak. They need those yak yards after catch. Yards after catch. Leggett has flash agility and upper body fakes, give him the ability to slip press coverage at the line of scrimmage. Only one season of production out of 5 is a big concern about Leggett coming into the draft. Until his senior year, the production just simply didn't match the talent. Despite 5 years of collegiate experience, Leggett still needs vast improvement on his coverage recognition. This is especially the case against zones and ability to adjust his routes on hot reads. Leggett must show that he can handle an expanded NFL route tree. He'll need to show that he can beat the press on a consistent basis. Leggett also must disguise his routes better, which will give him an even bigger advantage with his speed. Xavier Leggett is projected to be a day 2 draft choice, perhaps as early as the 2nd round. This is based more off his speed and measurables rather than collegiate production. Nevertheless, Leggett offers the immediate impact of a vertical threat with the promising upside of a number 2 wideout that would also exceed through the intermediate zones. And again, that's courtesy of the Saints News Network and our brother, Mr. Bob Rose. So Xavier Leggett, again, 5 years of college, 1 productive season, which was his final season this past season. Young man is everything you're looking for. 6'1", 221 pounds, size, strength. But again, like brother Bob mentioned, his route tree, he's gonna be a work in progress. But the Saints, of course, hired one of the better wide receiver coaches from the Ravens in the National Football League. And if they're able, I'm sure if he's able to work with this young man and bring out this young man's full potential. And if the Saints if his name is called in the draft and it's it's the New Orleans Saints on the clock, I look for this young man, hopefully in the very near future, to be special. But right now in this draft process, it's like, man, you see all these prospects, we watched all these videos, we hear all these so-called experts, we watch all kind of draft specials on these kids, trying to get to know them, trying to get to know about them, looking up information on them. And man, a lot of time it comes down to heart, desire, and being drafted into the right situation. If a young man is drafted into the wrong situation, the wrong culture, the wrong scheme, the wrong coaching, a bad locker room, that can hinder that player. Hopefully that doesn't happen to young Xavier Leggett. And if he's a member of New Orleans Saints, hopefully he can blossom into something special. All right, we got 2 family members here. And before I get Hurricane Mike and Uncle Jerry on, got a comment. Dana says Stephon Diggs with CJ Stroud fired DeMeco Ryans. Texas not playing around. No, listen, on paper, right now, it looks good. I'm going to say it again. Y'all know I was saying, on paper, it looks good. They got to put all that together. A lot of teams have won the off-season awards. A lot of teams have won the off-season Super Bowl. A lot of teams have won the off-season division titles. A lot of teams have advanced to the off-season playoffs on paper. Well, let's see in September, October, November, December, and let's see who's standing in January. But excellent moves by the Texans. They are surrounding their young quarterback to make him successful. All right, Rose City says, all we can do is hit them in the pocket because words are as such. Gotta show them better than you can tell them. Yes, sir. I mean, what more do they want, family? All we want is a winning product. All we deserve is a winning product. That's all. That's all we want. A semblance of a efficient offense week in and week out. A semblance of, not a semblance. We need efficient, good, above, not above average, but good to really good quarterback play week in and week out. But everything starts with that offensive line. We go look at talk about that offensive line again next week, but everything starts with that offensive line. Now, family, in our mock draft, I took this young man here, Javon Bullard. He's from the University of Georgia. He's the safety there for Georgia, for the Bulldogs. I took this young man because, one, he's one of the better DBs in this year's draft, and also he's versatile. He has the ability to play both safety and come down and play on the outside as a corner. The Saints, we know, because they moved on from Marcus May, which was warranted. Now you have Jordan Howard. They brought Jonathan Abram back. And of course, Tyrann Mathieu. Ugo Amadi was brought back. We need a young influx of talent in the secondary. So, in the second round of the mock draft that we did, with the 45th pick, I took this young man. Let me get him on here for you. I took him because I just think, and we go again. I'm going to Draft Buzz. Yeah, I love NFL Draft Buzz, family. And let me get that on up there for you. Share that screen with you, and we go talk about this kid. First of all, he's Javon, family. Let me get that up there. 1 second. Having trouble with this computer. I apologize, family. There we go. All right, there we go. Got him on. Javon Bullard, he's a zone free safety. The kid ran a 4.47 40. He covers ground. He's a ball hawk. He's always around the ball. Also, he's not afraid to come up and run support. All right. These are his overall ratings. His tackling, family, he's in the 89 percentile. Run defense, 76 percentile. Family, look at this coverage. 97 percentile in coverage. 86 percentile in zone. And in man press, remember, not only can he play safety, he can come down and man the outside also. Versatility, we know the Saints like their versatility. 97 percentile. Overall, he's ranked as the 41st best prospect in this year's draft and the number 9 defensive back. So what are some of his strengths? Let's see what they have, some of his strengths. Well, he's a aware zone cornerback who also shows promise in man coverage, flashing physical hand usage at the line and straight line speed to stay with receivers downfield. And I'm gonna skip a little through this, so bear with me, family. He can get up under a receiver's chin and has the speed to flip his hips and run downfield. Bullard has quick hands to jostle receivers early, but he's at his best peeking into the backfield. He exhibits elite athleticism with exceptional balance and agility, enabling effective coverage and sideline range as a deep safety. And he's smart. Impressive football IQ and route recognition. I'm gonna read that again. Scouts have said this about this young man. He has an impressive football IQ and route recognition, adept at anticipating plays and quarterback intentions, strong ball skills, capable of high purning and intercepting passes with precise hand usage, physicality and engagement, unafraid to confront blocks and challenge ball carriers directly, outstanding ability to play in space, leveraging fluid hips and quick feet to maintain coverage integrity. Now, this last part, they said, outstanding ability to play in space. We haven't had that since Marcus Williams. The Honey Badger hasn't been bad, but that explosiveness, that in space, able to cover field, make plays on the ball, free safety, whatever, since we got rid of Marcus Williams. Again, there's no perfect prospect coming into this draft. So we read some things, the things that the scouts said that he was good at. So we're gonna read some things that the Saints, if this young man's name gets called, will have to work with him on. Inconsistency in tackling technique, sometimes resulting to ankle tackles and failing to secure wraps. We can work on that. Concerns over physical durability and size, questioning longevity against the NFL's physical demands. Kid been playing football his whole life. Played in the SEC. If you play in the SEC, you can play in the NFL. Previous, we ain't gonna worry about that. Some ambiguity in optimal NFL role with his versatility, potentially complicating fit in traditional defensive schemes. If he goes to the right team with the right defensive coordinator, they go use that kid to his strengths. He will be a coach's cup of tea. You got a kid. I got a kid that I could put in the backfield to play deep safety, who covers ground, who has good ball skills, who is really smart, high punch the ball, always around the ball, excels as a zone coverage in the zone as a safety. And if I decided or if I needed him in a game to put him at corner, he's one of the better cover corners. He's one of the better cornerbacks in this draft. He's a top 50 player, a top 50 prospect in this draft. So Javon Bullard family, a guy to keep an eye on tonight. All right. Jerry says, Dolph, if anyone in this chat or panel say Dennis Allen is the best coach the Saints ever had, kick them out immediately. Man, I know April Fool already passed, Jerry. It already passed, Jerry. April Fool already passed, man.
And Dolph, I meant every word that I just said, man.
I know you ain't see nobody say that. I thought you said somebody put that in the chat, man.
No, I said if anybody, any Saint fans say that Dennis Allen is the best head coach the Saints ever had,
right,
that's when you kick him out. I'm laying down the law. So if anybody come on there, you're gonna get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's my public service announcement. Thank you very much. Now, Dolph Jackson, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, my brother. How you doing, man? It's Friday, Jerry, baby. It's Friday, man.
Yeah,
it's Friday night, man. We back, man.
Dude, I'm like The Rock. I want to preach some gospel to my Who Dat Nation.
Go ahead and preach, man. It's Friday.
Before they go all crazy, go all out. Don't put your faith in Dennis Allen. Don't. Because he is the worst head coach the New Orleans Saints ever had. I'm just speaking that to y'all right now. And if y'all agree with me, put one in the chat if you agree with me.
Nah, Jerry, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. That he ain't believe it or not, he ain't the worst. That would be Mike Dicker. Mike Dicker, man. Mike Dicker was horrible.
Oh, Jesus.
He was horrible, and the man was losing his damn mind.
That he was.
We had Danny Werfel as our quarterback, bro. Love him as a human being, great human being, but as a quarterback, Danny Werfel was god awful in the football league.
Oh God.
Yes. So
that he was terrible.
That what I'm with. That what I'm going with, bro. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I'm going with. Rose said, "You said Dennis Allen was the best coach Saints ever had."
Hell no.
No, he said, nah, bro. I'll hung Jerry ass up. He'd have said that. Jerry said that if anybody came on here saying that Dennis Allen was the best coach that the Saints ever had, that first of all, we'll have to have that person tested for their mental capacity for coming on here saying something like that.
We'll put him in the electric chair.
Put their in the straight jacket with Mickey Loomis.
Oh yeah, I heard about that straight jacket.
Put that. I'm there. Pull that white van up there on Veterans.
Look,
go in there. Airline.
I gotta ask
get his ass out there
in case if you need it.
Yeah, he got. Listen, man. But that article, though, man, the man was voted the worst returning head coach by his peers. That's damning to me. Your peers in your profession as a head coach, they're only 32 head coaches, and that fraternity of the ones that are coming back, not the new ones, but all the ones coming back. You are ranked as the worst, the worst, bottom of the barrel. And
dude,
if football minds around the National Football League can see it, what is it that Mickey Loomis sees in Dennis Allen? Will a subpar under 500 season finally get him fired? Or will Mickey Loomis try to bring this man back? Have they made an agreement with this man to give him a guaranteed 5 years or more? I can't see it, man. Again, if the Saints underperform this year, if the Saints miss the playoff this year, I don't care if they win 10 games. If they win 10 games and they miss the playoff, Dennis Allen must go. I don't want to hear about this and wonder he done improve every year, but every year they would have been and missed the playoff. The man has to go.
Hey, dog,
it is time to clean house.
Chance after chance after chance, and he failed.
Shout out to my guy, my little brother. No cap, no filter Saints. Come on in. Says any positive news I get from my team is taken with an asterisk of him being a head coach because nothing will ultimately matter. You can't cure a virus with a band-aid. You have to remove it in its entirety.
Yeah.
And there's another article I saw. I'm gonna try to find it. They're talking about his clock management, his game management. These are areas that this man has to show improvement in. Now, the former, I read that article, that statement from the lady, the former executive with the Raiders, who said that Dennis Allen has gotten worse. But to me, that sounded like a bitter person to me. That sounded like a bitter employee to me. I'm just saying. I ain't saying she might not have been lying, but I'm just saying. You take that for what it's worth. Millie Too Will, how you doing? Come on. Millie says, I still see the Saints having a mid-season at best. It's still Dennis Allen as head coach who never won nothing. Look at the Miko Ryans did for the Texans in one season. We can't do that. We can't do that. Y'all can't do that. That's an anomaly. Sean Payton won in 2005, his first year too. That doesn't happen. Remember that's the same team.
No, Texans, I believe.
Yeah, that's the same team that had fired the coach 3 straight years after one season. So they kept throwing darts at the damn dartboard to finally one stuck. It was a hell of a one. It was a hell of a pick, hell of a choice. And listen, they lucked up. I ain't gonna say they lucked up because they had the fortitude to draft them, but they got CJ Stroud. Many felt many felt this kid was being undervalued going into last year's draft process. Now, everybody, and I'm talking about all those so-called experts who are now talking about the young Bryce Young in Carolina. I went back and I was looking at their reports and what they were saying about him, about Bryce Young last year. They all were saying Bryce Young was the consensus number one overall pick. He was the best quarterback. That's what they were saying.
That's what they were saying.
Bryce Young
got out there on that field.
Bryce Young went to Carolina, unstable condition. Again, it matters where you go. It matters what these kids are drafted into, the environment, the coaching, the chemistry of the team, everything. Bryce Young was dealt a bad hand. Poorest offensive line, no weapons on offense.
No, none.
I like the moves Carolina making this season to protect the kid. But when it came to CJ Stroud, the kid CJ Stroud family just had probably the greatest season
as
of a rookie quarterback that we ever seen.
Hey, gotta give credit where it's due. Stroud came out and he balled out, bruh.
For a third of the season. Y'all heard me on here. It was many others too. CJ Stroud was in the running for MVP.
Yes, he was.
CJ Stroud was in the running for MVP. Sir. The kid hadn't thrown the intercept until he played the Saints, and Zach Bond picked them off, and then just fumbled the damn ball back. Oh shit! Stop trying to say all them damn words. He fumbled the damn ball right back.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm just saying, man. But CJ Stroud, D'Amico Ryans, they're building something there, man. They're going for it, man. They bring in Daniel Hunter, man. They get Joe Mixon. They trade now. They bring in Stephon Diggs to go with Nico Collins. And listen, remember. Tank Dell, the young receiver from the University of Houston, Tank Dell got hurt. He was balling before he got hurt. And now he's coming back. But the only thing I got to say about that trade is Stephon Diggs was complaining in Buffalo about targets. The man was targeted over 130 or more times, but he was complaining in Buffalo about targets. Now he goes to Houston.
By trade.
Nico Collins broke out last year.
Yes, he did.
Dalton Schultz is a good tight end. Now they got a running game they can count on because a two-head monster now with Joe Mixon back there. They got one of the best left tackles, if not the best left tackle in the National Football League, and Larry Tunsil. So, yes, the Texans, look, everything's looking up for them, man. Speaking of our black and gold, all right, no cap, no filter. Saint says, I've been saying this for months, but when I say it, I'm negative. Fake fan, but his peers and players saying that nobody come to his defense. Amy Trash told us first Raider meeting took life out. I'm not worried. And again, Amy Trash, man, she just a Bill X employee, man. She just a Bill X employee. She just a Bill X employee. That's why I didn't know. She ain't been another exec anywhere else, huh? Clarence, how you doing, fam? Clarence, man, come on in.
The doors are open, my brother.
The doors are open, my brother. It's Friday, baby. Hey, family, hit that like button if it's your first time. Subscribe. This is the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast, and we are part of the Come On In Sports Network. By the way, family, just let me say this, family. April the 25th, family. The night of the NFL draft,
20 days away.
will be the debut of the all new, not the all new. It's gonna be the debut, the official debut of the Come On In Sports Network. I'm talking about real real sports fans.
Yes.
I'm talking about uneducated sports talk.
Yes.
I'm talking about the keeping it real who that.
The three-way.
And I'm talking about as the NFL terms.
Whoa.
Family. We go be in the building, family.
Yes,
Not only is this network gonna be on YouTube, family, we're gonna have our own website, family, that you can go to get daily blogs and content. Listen, none of this will be possible without you guys. We thank y'all for y'all support. We ask for y'all continued support.
Yes,
and listen, we go push forward, family, and we listen. Listen, we got something special, man. We got a lot of things coming, man.
Hey.
And also, family, I want to I'm gonna get it up tonight, but this it's man, time flies, family.
Oof.
Time flies. So let me say this. June the 29th, Saturday, June the 29th. And I'm gonna get this up for everyone here. Saturday, June the 29th at 9 a.m. at Harrell Playground in New Orleans, Louisiana. It will be the 8th annual Caden Mills football camp, hosted by our brother, the co-host of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast, the one and only Coach Rock. So Coach Rock football camp, family, will be June the 29th. And we're going to start promoting Coach's camp. It's for kids ages 5 to 12. You can register on that day. Again, parents, you can bring your kid to the playground the day of the camp and register your kid. Meals will be provided for your kids, and t-shirts will be given for all those who participate. And registration starts at 8:30 a.m. Again, June the 29th, 9 a.m. Harrell Playground, which is located at 2202 Leander Street in New Orleans, Louisiana, 70118. It is free admission. Now, there are going to be surprise NFL, college, and high school players who will be there helping the kids learn the fundamentals of playing football. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful experience. It was last year. It's going to be even bigger and better. So again, we're gonna keep mentioning this every week. We're gonna be promoting it more. But again, parents, you can bring your kids the day of the camp. Again, circle it on your camp. Saturday, June the 29th, 9 a.m. Harrell Playground, New Orleans, Louisiana, 2022, Leander Street. From 9 a.m. to 12 for kids ages 5 to 12. That's right. Bring the kiddies on out. We're going to have a good time just like last year. It's going to be great, family. All right.
Sound like a fun event.
Yeah. Let me see. I believe everything she said about D. I think the proof in the pudding on her being good at her job. I don't know what regards to DA. I believe everything the woman said. No player come to DA defense telling. Not even Cam Jordan come to that man defense. On the warpad, how you doing? Come on in. Now, on the warpad says have fun with Chase Young,
aka the Predator.
Okay. Elaborate for us on the warpath. What was your main displeasure with Chase Young? Do you think the Commanders did right by Chase Young and gave him every opportunity to be successful? Let us know. I'm interested to know that. Appreciate you being here, fam. Thank you. All right, man. So yeah, family. So again, that's Coach's camp. It's Friday night. Hey, let's go Q&A, family. Shoot me some questions. I'm gonna do my best to answer. What you got for me and Jerry? Me and Jerry, we're in the house tonight, baby.
That's right.
Go ahead on and shoot us some Q&As. What you want to know? But while we waiting on the Q&As to come through, Jerry, let's take a look at the ticker of some things that have went down in the world, in the NFL and the world of sports today. The Panthers have re-signed defensive tackle Derrick Brown to a 4-year, $96 million contract extension. I love that kid. That he's a good football player. The Arizona Cardinals met with Ohio State wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. as he was there on the top 30 visits today. This was reported by Ian Rappaport.
Okay.
Former New Orleans Saints return man and Pro Bowler and former Buffalo Bill wide receiver Deontay Hardy was visiting the Baltimore Ravens today. Again, look for a lot of teams to be signing return specialists because of the new kickoff rule.
Yeah.
Listen, Deontay Hardy gets through that first wave. You think a kicker go stop? He gone. Rashid Shaheed, he gone. Cordell Patterson, he gone. All right, family, right now in the chat, give me your over/under on total returns for kickoff returns for touchdowns this year. And I'm gonna set it at, let's go 12. Do you think it will be over 12 or under 12 returns for touchdowns this season with this new rule? All right. And some more news. The Kansas City Chiefs and defensive end Mike Dana have agreed to terms on a 3-year, $24 million deal. The Chiefs have guaranteed $13 million. The Las Vegas Raiders have released guard DJ Fluker. He has been released by the Raiders. A veteran guard is now on the market. The New England Patriots hosted North Carolina quarterback Drake May on a pre-draft visit on Friday, and also Notre Dame offensive tackle Blake Fisher was also visiting today with the Patriots. The Giants and linebacker safety Isaiah Simmons have agreed to terms. He will be resigning with the club pending a physical. Isaiah Simmons, of course, the linebacker / safety. The young man played at the University of Clemson. And of course, the Saints are adding to their linebacker room, according to NFL Network's Mike Garofalo.
Yeah.
I always got messed this man's name up.
Garofalo.
Well, whatever. It's signed Kaliki Hudson to a 1-year deal. I just be chopping.
I got your back, dog. I got your back, bro.
I'm gonna just call the Mike G shit.
There you go.
Yeah, Mike G.
Make it short and sweet. I like that.
Yeah, let's call him Mike G, man.
Yeah.
Also, the Baltimore Ravens and the Baltimore Orioles, man, are contributing $10 million in donation after the horrible bridge collapse.
I heard about that. Yeah.
It was a tragedy, man. My heart goes out to those families. My heart went out to all those who lost their life. Just a horrifying thing that happened.
That was rough. Also, dog, I guess you already heard what happened earlier in the East Coast with that 4.8 earthquake.
They say they felt it in New York, man. That's weird.
And that's something I don't normally see. You know, over in California, they are accustomed to that, the earthquakes and stuff like that. But I've never seen that in the East Coast. Never.
Gotcha. All right.
See down here we deal with hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff like that, but never an earthquake. Never.
No, that's different. Okay, on the wall, Pat, our brother representing the Commanders, says Chase Young loved being a football player more than he loved playing football. The team failed him because they didn't help develop him. No. He loved being a football player more than he loved playing football. So he loved the idea, and let me know if I'm on the right path. You're saying he loved the idea of being a football player more than being out there playing football. and you say the team failed because they didn't develop him. Okay. Am I on the right path? Well, let me know. I'm doing good, Blaze. How you doing, my brother, tonight? Doing good, my brother.
All's
Thank
well,
you for
bro.
being here as always.
Heard your team doing good, Blaze. Keep it up, brother.
Princess Lewis, dog. What's the new rule with the punt return? It's actually the kickoff return. So the new rule now is that the receiving team and the kicking team's front lines will only be 5 yards apart. Basically, they will start the receiving team will line up on I believe the 25, and the kicking team will line up on the 30. Now your kicker still is going to be kicking, I believe, from the 35 or 30 or 25.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah.
But when the ball is kicked, the kicking team and the receiving team cannot move until the returner touches the ball or the ball lands in a zone that is considered a live, that is considered live. To get a better understanding of it, matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's do that. Let me find. I'm about to go to YouTube. We gonna look at the XF because it comes from the XFL, man. The XFL. Let's look at their kickoff.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they changed it, but it's still.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me go on YouTube. I don't know why I ain't put YouTube, family. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah. And dog, while you're doing that, I did hear about a couple of nights ago about I think Coach Rock's friend. I think.
Yeah, man.
My condolences and my prayers out to that family.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, man. Coach, appreciate it. Yeah, that was his friend, man, for over 40 years.
Yeah, I know it's rough.
Good guy, man. I call him a gentle giant, man.
Gotcha.
My prayers go out again to Mr. Stephen Green and his family, and also my prayers also more tragedy. Oh man, my prayers also go out to the Warren Fairley family, as we knew him as Junebug. Warren Fairley was found with 2 other individuals, and they were deceased when they were found.
Sorry.
Grew up together. Little older than me. Real good athlete, real good basketball player, real humble guy, man, down to earth, man. Had 11 grandkids, 9 kids, man, and they loved him to death. He's going to be missed. So my prayers and condolences go out to the Fairley family, man. Yeah.
Mine too.
So let me get this up there for you. Now, this is the rule. This is how it's going to look. Okay. This is how it's going to look. So let me get this up here so I can share the screen with you guys. Let me get this down. All right. Share screen. All right. Let's go lower screen on this. All right. So right here, we're going to say this is the Falcons because they got red on, damn it. This the Saints. All right. Falcons, Saints.
There we go. Here we go.
Now,
let's have a little fun tonight.
Here's your kicker. The kicker's kicking. Damn, I think he's kicking it from the 30-yard line, looks like, on this video. Let's see. All right. Yeah, he's kicking.
Yeah, this is the XFL. So the ball.
It's going to be the ball right there at the 30. He's going to kick it from the 30. Now, you see this guy here. He's looking back. He's letting them know they're all looking back. And your gunners on the corner here, they're looking back at the ball. Here we go. Remember, watch. Nobody can move. See, they can't move until that ball gets to see how they. Now watch this. Now they go. Now bam, you get through that.
Up the middle of the field, out to the
That's how it's going to look, family.
31-yard
Let's go. I'm going to play it again.
Is back to
Yeah.
Again.
And I think that's with the United Football League going on, that's
Nice Wonder
they got that.
Hunter Nice Wonder is back to kick it away. Keenan Reynolds for
So
Seattle. That kick
Wow,
better
got
go
it.
beyond the 20, and it does. To the 15, here's Reynolds. Up the middle. Hunter Nice
Again,
Wonder.
if
Hunter
you
Nice
get
Wonder.
through that, you gone.
Yep.
But know what I think this is going to also force?
What's that?
It's going to force kickers to become better athletes.
Yeah.
It's going to force kickers to become better athletes. You might start having kickers running 4.5, 4.4s who are good tacklers.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Nice Wonder
Here we go.
is back to kick it away.
Again,
Keenan
nobody
Reynolds
moves.
For Seattle.
Now he touches the ball. Everybody goes. Now the receiving team, they're not looking back. They know when they move, it's go time.
Yep.
Watch it. So let's watch it one more time.
All right.
Ball's kicked.
Kick it away. Keenan Reynolds.
Again, nobody's moving. The receiving team not moving. Look,
they just stand still right there.
Yeah. Look at their haze. Look at their haze. Now watch this.
For Seattle. That kick
Bam.
better go beyond
See,
the
they
20.
saw them move.
To the 15. Here's
There you go.
Reynolds. Up the middle of the field, out to the
There we go.
31-yard
So
line.
that's how it's going to look, family. And so what they're trying to do is, first of all, bring the return game back into the game, and also cut down on the concussions, man. On all the injuries, man. I like
that rule. I like it.
I like that rule when I saw it implemented in the XFL. Like, man, that'll be good. The NFL need to do that.
Yeah.
Because all these kickoffs just sitting out the back of the damn end zone, and nobody returning them, man.
And Dolph, we all know these punters and these kickers love to kick it up in the air with juice they got in their leg. They'll probably kick it to the stands if they want.
All right. On the wall, Paris says 100%. Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. So let me ask you this. What would you say is Chase Young's biggest area that he needs to improve in as a football player, besides the obvious of being healthy and staying healthy? On the wall, Pat, what would you say is the biggest area that he needs to improve in as a football player? Just interested. Help us out. Let us give us a little inside information.
Yeah, give us some details.
Give us a little scoop. All right. Who else we got in here? Blaze. All right, Blaze, y'all play tomorrow? No, April the 13th. Dog, we tune in for Hurricanes versus Ducks. April the 13th. That's a Friday, right?
No, that's next Saturday.
That's 13th.
I think you said that's the home opener.
Okay, that's their home opener. All right, Blaze.
Next Saturday.
Try to if I ain't got nothing going on with the kiddos, man, the wifey, man, I'm gonna definitely try to do that, man. All right, so again, family, let's finish with these updates. So again, the Orioles and the Ravens donate $10 million after the terrible incident with the
bridge collapse.
The ship running into the bridge and making it collapse. So
yeah.
Shouts out to the University of South Carolina ladies, Gamecocks, as they advanced to the championship game Sunday with a 78-59 rout of NC State. Now let's take a look at the Western Conference playoff picture. Three teams, these are the teams that have clinched playoff spots: the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Denver Nuggets, the Oklahoma City Thunder. And these are teams that are in a playoff spot, but not yet in the playoffs. The Clippers, the Mavericks, the Suns, and the Pelicans are in contention. And it's a damn shame they ain't going to be in the playoffs.
And they just recently lost to the Spurs.
Sacramento, the Lakers, Golden State, and the Rockets have been in the Rockets. They're still in it. The Jazz, Memphis, and Portland, and San Antonio have officially been eliminated from playoff contention. And they lost tonight to the Spurs, bro. That what you just told me?
Yep, they did.
They don't want one. They 1-4 in the last 5. They go. They. That's why I can't watch them. That's
See,
why I can't watch them, bro. Like
I
you had this
understand.
momentum. That's why I can't watch them because this is so damn frustrating. There's no damn way you should be playing a damn playing tournament for the 3rd straight year. This team should have 50-something wins, man.
At least, dude.
But injuries starting to hit them again. So man, look, anyway, man. Let me stick to the thing.
Hey, dog.
Yeah.
I told you it's like a roller coaster, man. Once you're up, when the Pelicans are doing good, then they go right back down when they start losing and getting injuries do play a role.
Ooh, I don't know. So Princess Lou, you think it's going to be under 12 in returns, touchdowns? Listen,
I'm gonna say over on this one.
Listen.
With this new rule, I think it's gonna be more.
Let me look at this again. Let's really look at this.
Yeah, I mean a good hard look.
Let's really look at this, fam.
Yeah.
All right. Look at this. Hold on, Jared. Let me get our ass out the way.
Go ahead.
All right. So let's look at this. All right. Balls.
Nice wander.
Ball kick.
Kicking away. Keenan Reynolds.
Nobody move.
Seattle. That kick better go.
There you go.
Now look at this. If he cracks through anywhere right here, all that's standing between him and the end zone, let's say that's Cordell Patterson. Cordell Patterson cracks through there, man.
Beyond the 20, and it does.
Bye.
15, here's Reynolds.
Right there.
Up the middle of the field, out to the 30.
Now, if there was like a hole right there, he gone.
Yeah, he gone.
He going to the house, bro.
He gone. I mean, I'm gone. Me personally, I'll
be like, adios, sayonara.
Because the return is going to be back into the game. Yeah. I just think there's an opportunity for, man, at least 12. I say 12. I'm actually gonna go under 12. I don't think it'll be over 12. That'll be ridiculous. But never know. I'm gonna maybe 10. I'm gonna say maybe 10.
I'll probably say I'd say about 9 or 10. I say about 9 or 10.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go under 12.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
I'm with you on that.
Just to see how this work out. You know, with the season coming up in September.
Yeah, let's just see how it goes and everything like that.
Yeah.
Some more news before we get on out of here, family. Today was Michael Penix Jr.'s pro day. Of course, he showed off that his own strength, his accuracy, and he said he ran like a 4.5. He's saying he ran like a 4.4. And of course, the reason we came here tonight because Dennis Alen ranked worst among NFL returning head coaches. Again, family, I want to thank everybody for being here. Jerry, I want to thank you, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Like I know you had to go. I would have definitely got you on, my brother. Thank everybody in the chat. Listen, family, y'all have a good night. Y'all stay up. Have a good, safe weekend. And like always, love and who that. And we out.
Have a good.
The Coah is Sports Network.